Very good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss one of the most important traditional medicine system, and that is Ayurvedic medicine system. When we say traditional system of medicine, there are different systems of medicine. Chinese medicine system, which is used all over the world. Then you have Latin American, European, African, Japanese, and Indian. So many countries, they are having their own system of medicine, and these all systems are included under traditional medicine system. Now in Ayurveda, you can see first important thing is Ayu and Veda. Ayurveda word is combination of basically two different words. Ayu means life and Veda, that means to study. So it is basically science of life, where you are going to study different aspects of life, which is health and maybe other lifestyle, maybe yoga and some other aspects which are related with the health. So basically Ayurveda was originated before 5000 years in India, and most importantly it is still in practice. Most of the Indian people all over the world, they follow rich heritage of Ayurvedic system. Now history of Ayurveda, which goes back to Vedas, and you know Veda are the classical books. Ayurveda is one of the term which is related with health. But we are also having some another like Atharvaved, Yajurved, Samved. So these are basically classical books, and these books are main source of energy, main source of information which is written in those books. So which are those books? Two main books are there, Charak Samhita and Sushrut Samhita. So apart from Charak and Sushrut Samhita, there are 54 classical books which are used in Ayurveda. Maybe Bhav Prakash, Nighantu, Bhaisajya Ratnakar, and so many other books are there which can be considered as a classical Ayurvedic book. Now, what is main principle of Ayurvedic system of medicine? We all know the we use word called as a pran. Okay, pran geliya sharira kaya karila vyavahare. That means pran, which is vital energy, and that energy is activating our body as well as mind. Keep this thing very clear. Ayurveda has a lot of focus on mind. So health is basically not absence of disease, it is physical as well as mental well-being. So that can be considered as a health. So Ayurveda has a system which believes five element. Which are five element? That is Pancha Mahabhuta: space, air, energy, jala, and solid. So these are five element. Everything in the universe is made up of these five elements, and these elements are in harmony in the form of tridosh. Okay, Vata, Kapha, and Pitta. So these particularly three dosh are dominating one's health. So everybody is having one of these three dominant. One may be having Vata dominant, Kapha dominant, or Pitta dominant. That we called as a Prakruti. Now according to Prakruti, the medicines are prescribed in Ayurveda, and these five element theory and three dosh theory, they are maybe interacting with Saptadhatu. Now Saptadhatu are the seven basic element: Rasa, Rakta, Mansa, Med, Majja, Shukra, and Asthi. So Rasa is a lymph, Rakta is a blood, Med is the fatty or lipid, Mans is a muscle tissues, Majja samstha, that is nervine tissue, Shukra is reproductive tissue, and Asthi is the bone. So basic of all Ayurvedic system lies in these three things: Pancha Mahabhuta, Tridosh, and Saptadhatu. So human body is composed of Saptadhatu, which I already mentioned, and whenever there is imbalance between Tridosh and Saptadhatu, there is a problem, and that problem can be considered as a dis-ease. So everything is not ease at ease, so which is a disease. And Ayurveda also believes accumulation of a mala, that is the excretory product. Mala is not only related with the GIT or fecal matter, it is all, even emotions, sneezing, sweat, urine, and fecal matter. These all are excretory things which should be excreted through our body. So basically, imbalance between Tridosh, Saptadhatu, and Mala is going to cause disease. Now we have seen first thing, that is the origin of the term Ayurveda before 5000 years. Then we have seen the historical book Charat Samhita and Sushrut Samhita. Then we have also studied which are different basic principles: Pancha Mahabhuta, Tridosh theory, and Saptadhatu. So how these are affecting constitution or prakriti of a particular person. Now we will come to diagnosis part in the Ayurvedic system. The person who is expert in this diagnosis is basically Vaidya, and he is going to observe the person entirely, and there is a typical procedure which is called as a Nadi Chikitsa, where pulse and prakriti is the overall observation, right from the hair to the nail. What is your body weight, constitution, fat composition? So many different parameters are considered before finalizing prakriti and then Tridosh. So basically these Nadi Pariksha, prakriti, and Tridosh medicines are prescribed, which can be in the different forms. And not only medicines, Ayurveda basically believes in so many dietary interventions which can be called as a pathya and apathya, that is certain things you should avoid through your diet. So diagnosis involve mala, mutra, tongue, thirst, eyes, and nails. So these external appearance, you can say, gives important clues related to health of the particular person. So this is related diagnosis with Ayurveda. Now formulations, there are different formulations in Ayurvedic system, and you will be shocked to know so many advanced formulations are already there in our traditional system. And I can name you like a Swarasa, Kalka, Kwatha, Hima, Fant. Fant is basically peya, which is used to drink. Like simple fant can be rice, water, you boil it with a pinch of sandho or khanij meat, namak, and then you boil it, and then that water can be excellent remedy for the quenching of the thirst. Juice are there, paste are there, lep is there, and so many other formulations are there, like churna, avaleha, asav, arisht, grita, bhasma, mashi, parpati, and vati. Vati is a gutika. Parpati is a small that chicky kind of thing, sticky material is there, like a chocolate, but consistency is almost solid. Mashi is basically bhasma, which is incompletely burned. And whenever plant product, any plant which is supposed to burn, subjected to burning, it gives rise to mashi. And when any mineral product, when they are completely burned, it gives us bhasma. So avaleha, you all know, that is the chawanprash, which is famous example of avaleha. Asav, kumari asav, chandan asav, draksha asav, arisht, these two are basically alcohol containing preparation in Ayurvedic system, and these both contain self-generated alcohol. Churna is nothing but simple powder Now these are main formulations. There are different routes of administration. You can take by oral route, vati, gutika. You can have application in mouth. You can have nasya, that is nose drops, ear, eyes, skin, hair, all body cavities. Drug can be administered in the Ayurvedic system of medicine. So basically, these all ancient Ayurvedic physicians know recent advancement of ADME, absorption, distribution, metabolism, and elimination of the drugs. And now the last point we are going to study is some Ayurvedic plant like a khadir, that is a kat. Vasaka is there, Adhatoda vesica, which is used for the cough, Bilva, that is bell, Eagle marmelosa, that is used for the diarrhea, Grita Kumari, that is aloe, which is used as a purgative, then Kadunim, which is Azhadira cheta indica, mainly used as a blood purifier, Brahmi, which is mental memory enhancer, Manduk Parni, that is Centella asiatica, which is used as a memory enhancer, Haridra, Tulsi, Pipli, Marich, that is a Piper longum for all respiratory problem, Arjun, terminally Arjuna, Haritaki, Behda, Guduchi, Adrak. So basically there are so many plants which are used in the Ayurvedic system. Now this is basically important parts of Ayurveda. But nowadays we have a lot of confusion which thing we can call it as a Ayurvedic. Basically, see, in pharmacognosy we study the drugs which are obtained from the natural product. Now what are natural products? Natural products can be obtained from the plant, animal, and mineral. But these are unprocessed or crude. That is basically considered as a natural product. Now herb concept, I have already told. Tulsi is a classic example of herb which is non-woody stem and which dies down after a season. So these basically seasonal plant like a garlic, onion, tulsi, these can be considered as a herbal drugs. So anything which is new, for example, which is coming from Chinese system of medicine, ginseng is there, ipecac is there, and people call this as Ayurvedic. No, it is not Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic is the only which is mentioned in the classical Ayurvedic text. And best example is Triphala Churna. Triphala Churn is the equal mixture of Avla, Hirda and Behda. So from centuries people are using Triphala Churna for cleaning of the GIT and for the treatment of the constipation. So these are only considered as a Ayurvedic formulations. Anything which is new or modified, that cannot be considered as a classical Ayurvedic preparations. So basically, in nutshell, we have seen so many things, but people have a lot of misconceptions regarding Ayurveda, that everything is safe and all that. It's not true. Each and everything has got its own side effect or disadvantages. So basically, simple definition of drug is anything in excess is poison, and the same poison in moderate dose can act as a drug. So we should use these systems properly, and basically Ayurveda believes more in the prevention or the way of life. If you are following Ayurvedic principle, dinacharya, rutucharya and so many other things, you won't need medicine. That is basically main principle of Ayurveda. So in a nutshell, we have covered majority of the things of the Ayurvedic system, and I am really thankful for you. Now you have any questions and comments, please